Welcome to Cut Daisies and Unicorns, and here we are on a Trailer Friday, everybody.
All right.
Trailer Friday,
It
Infinity
is.
Season number 8.
Episode 10.
Yes, and so we are here, Cut Daisies and Studios, Cut Daisies Unicorn Studios. Yeah, so it's a good day. The sun's out.
CDU me ASAP. Yeah. No, there's a lovely crispness to the weather. We got sunshine, and it's glorious in all of its beauty. And if you're like, man, Steve, your voice is low and raspy. Well, I mean, it's not early morning, but we have been talking. I've actually been talking for a couple hours now, and it's not even morning anymore. But when you're not used to talking, and it can take its toll.
Mm-hmm.
But it also lends me to have my best Barry White voice. Shout out to Aunt Linda, and
Oh yeah,
we can get real sultry. So I've got my new favorite thing that I'm doing at home. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
I don't think you are. You're gonna. So I'm currently watching. I'm in the 3rd season of Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Find this incredible fascinating.
Yeah. You brought up Nashville.
Yeah.
Season,
We were talking last episode
okay.
The Britain lady who's the lead and all the different artists and stuff like that. You know what's hilarious about that? Sidetrack number 2.
Yeah.
Is on my Facebook feed this morning, it advertised Nashville reunion tour. So some of the major players of that series are coming to Chicago in September.
Oh, wow.
So I may go. I mean, just out of a purely, I really, really enjoy the 3-part harmony singing and some of the stuff like that.
Cool.
And you should YouTube Daisy and Maisie or Lennon and something. Anyway, long story short, so it's through Amazon, but it's on Freevee.
Oh yeah,
which used to be IMBD.
Yeah.
And so there are ads. It's like going back to watching television, But it does have the countdown on like how long the ad's going to be.
Right.
Or how long the multiple ads will
or if
take.
You get 1 or 2 ads, and it'll still show you the total, like 90 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now my favorite thing to do is to put it on silent, and then I become a narrator in making up stories
for the commercial, or
for the commercials. Is that great or what?
It's good.
Yeah. One of my favorites to do is the Discovery vehicle ad for the the Defender, 8-person Defender vehicle.
Yeah.
And then there are several medications going out for skin, whether it's hydration, medication, or taking care of inflammation.
Yeah.
And then, to be politically correct, I don't deviate from the commercial on decreasing your medications if you have HIV. I just, out of total respect.
Yeah.
I just
leave it there.
I don't even speak to it.
Right.
And don't go down some spiral.
Right.
Flushing toilet spiral.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought you'd get a kick out of it.
Yeah, we used to do it with like Telemundo, like the Spanish station. Like if they were speaking in Spanish, we would just make up the English. Yeah, which is fun too.
If people wonder, it's just downright birds of a feather flock together.
Right.
Why doesn't it surprise me that you've already gone in this direction, and yeah.
Yep.
So in our Trailer Friday,
right,
which by the way on YouTube, like our last week's episode, people barely got into.
Right.
People must be busy.
I was trying to remember. I have to like look at my audio list to find out. I can't remember if I got to the audio episode. I have not yet, so no.
I see.
So it's coming up next in my list of. So I'll be listening to Cut Daisies here.
Basically, you're
on
slacking.
my next listen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know how many episodes I've listened to?
0.
Ding, 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 ding. You get what's behind door number 2.
Have you subscribed to it?
I'm not sure.
No.
Well, I mean, the thing is usually when I'm in YouTube, I'm in YouTube as Cut Daisies.
As Cut Daisies, yeah.
So I am Cut Daisies and Unicorns. I am going to try to figure out, though. I've been talking to my buddy Brendan that we hyped in a couple episodes ago for Writing Quest.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what I want to do? I'm going to check out and see how the subscriptions have gone.
And see if anybody
Guess what? He's got 986 subscribers. When we published this and we told people to go see him, 942. Mm-hmm. He's growing leaps and bounds.
He's growing, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just... Let's see. I always wanted to go to the YouTube channel to find out. All right, so...
What are we finding out?
I was making sure that I, like on my personal YouTube, whether I was... And I am subscribed to Cut Daisies, so...
All right.
I did subscribe to Brendan's channel as well, so...
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm switching over. Let me find out here. All right. We have 41 subscribers. We're really, really behind. I am subscribed on a personal level. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
To the YouTube channel. Yes.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Switch account. Boom. All right. Well, my personal account on YouTube,
Yeah.
I think it's Earthen Warehouse. I have 1 subscriber.
Oh. You have an Earthen Warehouse YouTube?
Well, it's my personal. Like it's Steve Coble, but I think I have Steve Coble and I have Earthen Warehouse with no subscribers, but I haven't even. Yeah. I'd like to figure out how to become an influencer, but I've realized that my scope of influence is limited in people and the quantities of Autobots.
Well, it's just funny. I mean, when we look at like subscriptions, I mean, you know, I think I've talked about it on Cut Daisies before, but my Philip Robarge or at Rev Barge on YouTube, I've got like 1,278 subscribers, and the only content is the stuff that Tyson used to put out with the talking cat.
Oh wow!
Right. So we look at my channel, and it's all like talking cat stuff.
Nice.
So it's kind of funny, to me, because I have like this, I have 1,004 subscribers.
Wow.
Yeah. 83 videos. So it's kind of, to me, it's a little bit hilarious because every once in a while, even though these are all older videos, I mean, he did these all when he was like in fifth through seventh grade or something.
Yeah.
He'd put out these, dumb videos.
Wow.
And they would still, every once in a while, we'll get a comment here and there about, something out like, oh, like this is dumb, like, or something, or, oh, I remember that, or, so just things like that are really weird. I mean, there's some of the videos are like, I think this one's at 318,000 views. So,
holy cow.
right. I mean, and to me, it's kind of crazy that, these things are still showing up somewhere if somebody's searching for, Talking Tom or the topic that whatever he was going over. just kind of funny. 18,000 on this one, 10,000. Yeah, so
that's some major viewing.
Right.
Like if you go into your analytics, does it tell you how many hours people have listened to?
Let's see. Manage videos. Oh, dun dun dun.
Bum, 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 bum.
Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Views. Yep, the highest one. Talking Tom. And he spelled it wrong. Like Gangnam Style when that song was out. It has that 318,349 views.
Whoa.
Yeah, and there's 10,000. Yeah, I mean, because he put out, so many of these shorts. I mean, and they're like, let's see. Yeah, I don't even know how to analytics. There's the button. Yeah, your channel got 576 views in the last 28 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Watch time. 3.9 hours? No, it can't be right.
Oh, dude. See, this is what I'm saying. How many people do you have on your channel?
Let me see. Where's the channel on current subscribers? 1,044.
I think you should look into monetization.
Yeah, even if they're all old videos.
Why not, man?
I guess.
Passive income.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Latest comments, Tom's the Scat Man. Yeah, so I mean, I have got recent subscribers too that are still joining. Oh boy.
Yeah, to start earning money directly through YouTube, you must have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the past year. And you can apply to YouTube's partner program and monetize your channel. Dude, we're sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah, so I can already be there. Yeah, watch hours, and so there's people still picking up this stuff, and it's, to me, I'm like, I don't even know if I've ever, watched any of the content. I mean, I pulled up some, and I'm like, I mean, they're like less than 30 seconds long, so chances are somebody's going to get through the whole video too, which will, I guess, increase the analytics. Crazy stuff.
Wow. So now you just heard us ramble on for at least 10 minutes in full discovery. So you might want to, we'll let you know to fast forward to minute 18.
Right.
All right. So, or you could also help in everything and go ahead and subscribe to Rev Barge on YouTube channel, and you could watch crazy cat videos that Tyson put in. And obviously for content, you just can find the quirkiness of videos. And
right.
Yeah.
And the quirkiness of Tyson.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful soul. Actually, the question is, Tyson, you've got this much going, man. You need to make some more cat videos.
Yeah, apparently. it's time to continue to create. And I know he does like vinyl reviews and all kinds of stuff on his Snapchat or Instagram. I don't even know. Yeah. From what I hear, I haven't ever listened to it. So.
Do you snap or chat?
I have it. I rarely ever use it.
What about Tick or Talk?
I do. I like TikTok.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right.
There's lots of good content on TikTok because because the topics just are wide and varied. You can get into TikTok stuff. So
How do you feel about China downloading all of your search information?
To me, I don't search for anything on TikTok. So, if China wants to know my location, everybody else knows my location already. So it's not really a hidden topic.
Well, then we just put it out there. If you want to find Rev Barge, just find out where Taborville, Illinois is. Actually, that's not a real place.
It could be.
Well, it is. There's a little part of Drake that's named Tabor Avenue.
Right.
But yeah, so Camp Sunnyside, or we could also call it Albany Park.
Yeah.
Which is what we do, which I can't believe for as many videos as we've uploaded, and I put in Albany Park, Illinois. Yeah, it doesn't, it's like not recognizing it as a
place.
Apparently it's just straight up Chicago, but it's not really Chicago. It's Albany Park.
Right.
Or the 33rd Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where are you at today?
Yeah.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
We're glad we made it through the week. Glad you made it through the week. We still have a couple more days in our week to make it to where you're at in your week, but where you are at in your week is exactly where we want to be if we were there in our week.
That's exactly it.
We'd
like to be there.
I can do this all day long. And have had the opportunity to, talk about all kinds of stuff that happens to. But you know what's coming up on Sunday?
The full episode.
You know what it's about, Phil?
There's lots of topics, but
there's a
major
core.
Right.
There, really, what we wanted to talk about but what we didn't realize that we would talk about. Like, if our past selves had talked to our future selves of what we were going to be talking about to ourselves, then we probably could have aligned, and as our present selves, we could have drawn a straighter line to the point and the purpose of ourselves. But, see, people were like, yeah, he can't do that again. No, I just did. So what I will tell you is, conspiracy. Now, this is not a spoiler.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, I think in my top 5 favorites of conspiracies, the Bohemian Society.
We talked a little bit about it, right?
We've done that back in some of our fringe stuff and things like that. But I was recently reminded as I went through House of Cards. Frank, he goes out to this place in California, and it's like they couldn't, probably because of copyright or something like that, but it was basically the Bohemian Society. But we don't talk about that on Sunday. What we're actually talking about is we're talking about core base elements of why are conspiracies such a big deal to humanity?
Yeah.
And so we are going to take time to carefully construct a foundation of our continued conversation concerning conspiracy.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
It's a way to talk about it.
All the C's.
Yeah. Yeah, so topics that we get into, we bring up the apocalypse and apocalyptic things.
And how do you feel about the book of Revelation?
Mm.
How do you feel about how close we are to the end of us?
Mm.
How many times have we been at the end of us?
Yeah.
And yet we're still here.
Right.
At least in this present tense.
Right.
We
do not know.
We might not be here when you're listening to this, or we could have lost all of the technologies to be able to listen to this.
Right.
At which, then we'll find out whether or not we want to invest in an analog radio, shortwave radio program where we help people navigate the apocalyptic nature of their current present danger.
That's a mouthful too. Oh boy.
I'm doing this with my eyes wide open, everyone. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that my eyes are wide open.
Uh-huh.
My ear holes are covered with earphones and a headset.
Cans.
Yeah, I got the cans on. And but yeah, so really, and I think what you're going to find out is we're going to interweave the humanitarian effort of what really does compel us to be taken up with, conspiracy theories. Now, we're probably going to be greatly offensive to multiple people.
Probably.
Groups. Like people groups, not individuals. I don't have any individual in my mind that I'm thinking about.
No.
But what I am thinking about is that the likelihood of us stepping on toes is really great.
There is a great probability in that.
And so I'm sure we'll talk about misinformation again. We'll talk about just the conspiracy along with fake news, and then we get into we'll dive back and maybe we'll do some discovery about when Franklin, what was his name?
Which Franklin?
The one who got struck by lightning. Benjamin. Benny F. When Benjamin Franklin, back in the day, there were stories about Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I'm sure there's lots of probably.
I didn't know it.
Oh.
I was just making it up.
I'm sure. That's what I'm saying. I don't know any of them, but I'm saying I'm sure that anytime we were dealing with historical figures, there's always stories. Whether they're true or not is the thing.
Yeah, and so then founding fathers. We bring up some founding fathers information. We were talking back into the 1800s. Actually, the latest date or the earliest date that we were talking about was in the 12th and 13th centuries. In regards to, I still have the question, if somebody has the answer, I want to know how many variations of humanity have been on this little blue marble.
Mm.
Is that is there a direct line correlation?
I don't know.
So here's the thing. Phil brings up a statement in the podcast that says, when he says, that there is apocalyptic verbiage even in the Old Testament, even in the book of Genesis.
Right.
And then
for those that are not faith structured, Genesis is the first book of the sacred text.
And it's the first book of the Pentateuch that the synagogues and the Jewish faith people would look to. In the contemplation. One of the points that I was going to make around that whole thing was just like the rabbis would use the launch of the beginning of humanity as a place to question the heart of humanity and to ask the question before God what they could learn about all of creation.
Yeah.
I do wonder if apocalyptic, on the flip side, with the immediate annihilation of humanity, if that was put there for the contemplation of how will we wrestle with the end of ourselves. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, and it is, and that's where I think that where a lot of people's perspective comes from, and even some people's fears, as we brought up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I need a hero. I actually mentioned Footloose during this last episode.
It is brought up
too. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and so I think that if you enjoy apocalyptic talk, you probably will enjoy Sunday's episode.
We do not talk zombieism.
No.
We're not discounting catastrophic apocalyptic versus humanitarian efforts to destroy humanity, which seems to be a thread since we just got off of the artificial intelligence implementation of the ceasing of our existence.
Yeah.
So I think we're contemplating our navels on this.
Mm-hmm. Mine's still there.
Oh, great. Thank you for your naval check. But where we are going to go is we're going to go into different extremist groups and some of the things that are postulated. And just for the record, I'm not studying any other languages because I'm having a hard time with this one.
We have talked about Spanish before, but yeah. We're going to stick around in this one until we can figure it out.
Yeah. You got anything else, Phil?
No, I think it's an enjoyable day so far. So hopefully you're having a good day, a good Friday, and looking forward to the things that are happening this weekend, and especially the highlight comes Sunday evenings, 7:00 Central Standard Time, where you can watch or listen to Cut Daisies and Unicorns.
And feel free to drop us questions or comments at our email, which is cutdaisiesandunicorns, both plural, cutdaisiesandunicorns@gmail.com. Or you can jump in on YouTube, have us playing in the background, and subscribe, link, do all that stuff. So apparently, since we're not showing cat videos, right, our subscribership is way, way down. And so what we have to do is we have to figure out how we're going to get some of our fringe information and this conversation into the realm where it's being passed through the ether towards the inter, so that we can be able to be over all of the subscriptions. Mm-hmm. Millions and millions of people following.
Right.
That's the goal.
And then world tours.
It's really not the goal. It's not.
Conquest.
If you're like just stumbling on this. Actually, most people don't listen past the first 30 seconds when this has been put out. Like when YouTube has said, hey guys, we really want to help you out. We're going to actually suggest this for other people to look at your videos. Yeah. When that happens, 98.7% of the people who take a look at us, they just pass right on by. Yeah. And the other 1.3% that stick around, listen for the first 30 seconds and then shut us off. Yeah. So it's you, the subscriber. What we do know is the faithful followers are faithful with a capital F.
So really what we need to do is reverse the time, and especially towards the beginning, say, hold up before you move on. Think about that. So we've got to jump in on that, probably on the intro of many of our episodes.
Well, I'm sure if I talked in my highly energetic voice, it would change the algorithm too. But I'm not willing to.
Yeah.
I'm very willing to deal with our current present day
Sure.
as it is.
As it is. As it will be.
So maybe it would be with you.
Amen.
So I walked in the door the other day. I had it probably was Sunday because I had that sweater on with the hood.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in. I put my hood over my head. I said, "Amy." She looks at me. She goes, "What?" I go, "These are not the droids you're looking for."
Uh-huh.
You know what she said? "You're weird."
You're weird. Come on, Amy. Weird is in the eye of the beholder.
Well, my good buddy Chris Fordyce calls me Beardo. Maybe I'll just be a weirdo.
Weirdo with a beardo.
All right.
Because it's better to rhyme.
Well, hey, for all of you who have cats, God bless you. Thank you for taking care of your cats.
Yeah.
For all of you who don't have cats, stay committed to the cause. For all of you who are looking for cats, I think of Bob Barker.
Oh, boy. Spade and neuter your pets.
Exactly.
See you, folks.
Welcome to Cut Daisies and Unicorns. All right, we're going to let you go. This is more than enough content for you to have your fill.
You have. You're full now until Sunday.
And by your fill, I don't mean our
This
fill. I mean the fill that's full of fill, which is what you just heard.
Yeah. See ya.
If you want to know how to construct things that are painfully hard to get through, just let me know because it's an art.